So it's a bit of a different environment, I know. Get it. So what I'm here to do today is talk about my Chapter 2 Season 8 opinions. There will be nothing popping up on the screen like I normally do. It's just going to be me here, sitting here, talking for once. So, Chapter 2 Season 8. Personally, it was alright, don't get me wrong. However, it did have its flaws. It did have issues that I don't agree with. It also, I think, could have improved much better. I'm going to talk about different things right now. I'm going to talk about the loophole to start off with, everything that was new, take out, just in general. I'm going to talk about map changes, the map progression of the season, and I'm going to talk about just generally the storyline, the context, the plot. And we'll talk about the transition from 7 to 8. It's basically a lot to cover. I'm going to cover all of it. I normally cover back in the Chapter 2 Season 7 review video. I covered all that. I'll cover it now. So the loophole to start off with, we have the sideways minigun, the sideways rifle. What else? They were the two main new things. We lost. What did we lose? I think we lost the tac shotgun. I think I got it with the lever. We got the combat shotgun late in the season as well. We'll come to the whole voting board thing later. But we got the lost the tac, got the lever. We got silent. We got the silent. I think it's silence or suppressed. Can't remember which one it is. I think it's silenced. AR. But I was blue rarity onwards. But we got the burst as well. Keeping the casual burst, not the heavy. Which I like. I prefer the burst over heavy personally. I would always pick up a burst over a standard AR because I think it's useful. What else? What else is there? Yeah, we've got the pistol, but we lost it to the combat pistol once again. Going to the whole voting board thing later. That wasn't voting board, that was it. Combat AR is another thing we'll come on to later. Trying to think. SMG, rapid fire SMG. We lost a suppressed SMG as well. I don't really think that's big. What else? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, snipers. Automatic sniper rifle instead of bolt. I don't really agree with that because we had the railgun still, but that was sold by Charlotte. So, overall, the loophole I think was strong. And don't forget, as the season progressed, we got more. We got the shockwave launcher from the first voting board against the Rift to go. We got the combat AR over the combat SMG. I would love to have seen the combat SMG in game. I would love to have seen it. Then we had combat shotgun against the boogie bomb. Of course, we all got the combat shotgun back. Of course, the whole community was like, well, why would you bring it back? We want the boogie bomb. I personally say combat shotgun was better, and it's, as Mr. Fresh Asian said, we would always take a weapon over a consumable or item, and I think that's momentarily, primarily why it won. Of course, we had the last one, which was the flint knock against the proximity grenade launcher. I personally have never played with either, so I don't really mind what came, but I think the proximity grenade launcher would have been more fun. I guess I don't know, but it is what it is. So, and of course we had the mech voting board, which we'll come to later on. So let's talk about the map. Now, we all remember at the end of Skyfire, we saw cubes hurling down at the island, destroying Steamy, Misty, Lazy, Weeping Holly, all those POIs, every POI, except one cube smashed onto it. But nothing really changed significantly on the map. We had the corrupted stage where the abductors crashed, and that's it. It wasn't exactly a good thing. I was really upset about the whole map changes. Really was. I didn't agree with it, but you know, there's not much we can do. But then again, of course, as the season went on, we had the gold cube, the Queen's cube, roll around to all the other cubes, going to the Believer Beach cube, the Pleasant Park cube, the original Kevin the cube coming out steaming, go into the middle as well. You know, we had all those cubes, you know, all leaving the stains, and then just the corruption is spreading. It's still spreading to this day, you know. And then another thing, of course, we had the whole new POI, the convergence to start off with in the centre, and then we had the pyramid now, where the cube queen's going to sit up top, where with the event timer ticking right behind her. You know, I don't think that's a good idea though, but it is what it is. So I think map changes wise, it's how should I say it? It's probably the worst season for map changes, I think, I would say. Purely because Chapter 2 Season 7 gave us all the IO bases and gave us the whole set of the map changed. I was the only one that I would really counter it against, but, you know, it didn't really change too much. Or I could say Chapter 2 Season 7 was worse. Yeah, but I'll discuss all the Chapter 2 ideas in my Chapter 2 summary videos coming soon. So, we talked about that. When you talk about the storyline, now that is what I liked about the season. You know, seeing the gold cube roll around all the purple cubes, heading to the middle, making the convergence, building up a town of cubes, making a pyramid which is going to destroy the 0 point potentially. We don't know yet. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be an awesome, you know, end of chapter, end of season, end of chapter, you know, end of story arc for this island. This island's now finished its story arc. We finished the Athena storyline. So I do like this island. You know, there was so much stuff on this island I did like, and as I said, I'll come to all of that when we come to the chapter 2 video. But I think with the storyline, I'd like to see more of Salone, you know, countermeasures against the Cube Queen, potentially. I mean, we didn't see too much of Salone this season, but we could have seen more. You know, she, you know, ditched us, and then, you know, she's gone ahead and started to hide, you know, so realistically, I would love to have seen more of Salone, but it is what it is. And I think, ideally, Salone will play a part in the event. You know, we know Salone, we know John Jones and the Foundation will turn up, but I think Salone will turn up too. I think, you know, for the little guava fort we've built over at Pleasant, the little fort we built at Pleasant, I think we're going to see a lot of Salone during this event. You know, if she plays a big part, a little part, she will be in the event, I think. Now, it brings me to the battle pass. Let's talk about the battle pass quickly. I don't really know what to rate this battle pass, in all fairness. I completed it twice on my main account and my alt account. But did I like the battle pass at first? No. No, I didn't. Did I like the battle pass as the season went on? Not really. Did I like the battle pass now? Yes. You know, I've looked at the battle pass and thought, well, okay, they did the best what they could, and with minimal crossovers as well. You know, they did one crossover, which was Carnage in the battle pass. That was it. You know, it was the secret skin. I think it was literally a tier 100. But I'm gonna say Charlotte was a decent skin. Don't get me wrong. Fabio, I think Fabio was cool too, but I just wasn't a fan. Core, I used her a bit, but I didn't really use it too much. Then we had, what was it? Chimpanzee. I haven't used. I will never use Chimpanzee personally. I think Chimpanzee just isn't a good skin. You know, I know he's kind of been kind of the main character for the whole storyline, but I just won't be using Chimpanzee. Oh, sorry. Torin. Now, Torin was my favourite skin in the Battle Pass, and will be my favourite skin in this Battle Pass forever. You know, I will never look at another skin in the Battle Pass and think, well, that skin was better. I think I think that skin's better than Torin now. I will never think that. Of course, we have Carnage, which I use occasionally, but as I said, I'm not really using him too much. So, that's the Battle Pass. And of course, we have the Q Queen as a secret skin, which I thought was interesting. I would have said Q Queen should have been in Chapter 3 Season 1, depending on what happened in this event, you know, if we win or lose. I think Q Queen should have been in the Chapter 3 Season 1 skin, but, you know, it is what it is. I mean, the Q Queen is now in the loop, or potentially she has escaped the loop like we know the Foundation has in the comics. But overall, I think we are going to see a lot of the Q Queen in Chapter 3, personally. I don't know, you know. I'm not a creator or anything. I'm not a sport creator that some of the other sport creators have. You know, they've all received intel upon the event, you know. I haven't received anything. I want to get a sport creator code, but of course haven't yet. I need working myself up a bit so I can learn, so I know I've got people that will guarantee to use it. However, I do think that Foundation and Jones will be good as well. I think Foundation will be in Chapter 3 Season 1, but we'll talk about that in our Chapter 2 summary video leading on to Chapter 3. Just trying to think of anything else I want to talk about. I think we should talk about crossovers as well. You know, the crossovers we had during the season, you know, Dune, you know, one of the first ones that I saw, and I went and watched the film. It was a good film. We had Naruto, which was the biggest crossover that Fortnite's ever done, and I thought it was interesting. You know, I just knew they had something planned like that, but I didn't think it'd be to this scale. You know, with Paperbomb Kunais, you know, the glider. It's been a crossover. It's a good season of crossovers, but it could have been better. You know, Eldorado Chapolino, or whatever it is. I just didn't really appeal to me. You know, if with a crossover skin, for me, it has to look appealing. It has to be something I would be interested in. You know, the Chapolino skin, not appealing, and I would be interested in. I wouldn't personally buy the skin. Now, I'm not saying they should make it based on my opinions. I'm saying everybody's opinions count. But personally, I wouldn't buy the Chapolino skin. You know, I didn't. So, with that out of the way, I think that's Chapter 2 Season 8 summed up. What would I rate it? I think based on all this, it's been a fun season to play, you know. You know, fighting back the Sideways, you know, the Cube Monster, the Horde Rush LTM, which was fun. Because we had Fort Nightmares as well. I'm gonna rate this season 7 out of 10. Now, I think that's fair. And when we come to our Chapter 2 summary video, which I will be recording and uploading Monday, I think you guys will see whereabouts a 7 out of 10 would rate in a whole list of the Chapter 2 seasons. You know, it's high. You know, some of the earlier seasons, like 1, 5, 6, 3, you know, they are low rated. They'll be lowered down. But like 2, 4, 7, 8, you know, 2, 4, 7, 8, they are high rated. They'll be higher up. There'll be a lot of contests at the top. I've got to rewatch content from every season now and come to a final conclusion of what my favourite thing was. It's going to be difficult, don't get me wrong, because this will be now my set in stone final positionings of each Chapter 2 season, which I'll be making, and it will be difficult. Chapter 2 Season 8 though, it's going to be heavily contested around maybe mid to high table area, but I will go through on the video, explain every Chapter 2 season, what I liked, disliked about it, what I thought was good, the loopholes, the POIs. I'm going to literally do a massive video like this, but every single season, in order from worst to best, in my opinion. It's going to be interesting, it's going to be fun, it's going to be long, but it is going to be interesting. And then I'm going to do a Chapter 3 prediction / video, you know. I'm going to get that ready soon, as soon as the events happened tomorrow. which I'm going to be doing a 2-part stream on Twitch and on YouTube. More info on my Twitter. Yeah, so I'm going to literally do a 2-part stream for that. It's going to be good. I'm going to be grinding out. It's going to be interesting. I invite you all to come join. But thank you all for watching this. It's been fun. It's been a good season. And I hope to see you all in Chapter 3. See you all on the flip side.